Discovery Video 102. Woodbine, north of the border. Maiden claiming 25,000. That's a 4-star preferred race. I'm going to log into the free area here and take a look at those preferred races. Click on View All Discovery Videos. Big red arrow on the right side here. Your value odds and overlay preferred races. In these races, I have found it to be advantageous to follow these conditions. I have a much better than average chance on getting that high-priced value odds winner overlay. And through my decade and a half of research, here are what we focus on. You got your starter allowance races. It has to have, it'll say ALW, the amount, and it has to have the little letter S to be a starter allowance. No other allowance races are preferred. All non-graded stakes and grade 3 races. Non-graded stakes will have the name of the stake, the purse. If it's a grade 3, it'll say G3. Grade 1, grade 2, not preferred. All maiden claiming races, those are highly rated 4 stars. Top of this group, top bunch of this group. And the race we're looking at Woodbine in this video is one of these. So it's a highly rated, best of the best. Maiden special weight also, and then claiming races with a condition. You'll see CLM, the claiming price, and then some numbers and letters to the right. That's also 4 stars. Bottom and low level claimers, $5,000 to $10,000 range. Turf races, all turf races, 4 stars as well. And all races run over a track labeled anything, a main track labeled anything but fast. So of this whole group, turf races, conditional claiming races, and maiden claiming races are ranked the highest of that bunch. What we have here, like I said, is a maiden claiming 25,000 on the poly track at Woodbine. What I would do next after I have identified the race as something I'm interested in, take a look directly at the value odds horse or horses. There's 2 in here, the 3 pogo stick patty and the 9 maximum ride. Maximum ride is the first time starter. Okay, and if she's picked second as a first time starter here, it means she qualifies for our special first time starter criteria. But before I get into that, which way I'm going to go, which horse I'm going to pay attention to, the odds in their post time will have to tell me which direction to go. Usually when you get, well, I can't say usually, but part of the time, most, I would say maybe the majority, when you have 2 value odds horses, one of them will get bet down, and I don't touch anything less than 10 to 1. So if the betting public takes one down to single digit odds, then that's already done my work for me, because we're eliminating that horse. The whole purpose of value odds horses is that they are value in the odds. So if I have a value odds horse and it's bet down, it defeats the purpose, so I throw it out of consideration. If it's single digits, you know, if it hits the single digits, I throw it out of consideration for key horse status. So we need to take a look at the odds in their post time, and here they are. Big difference. Pogo stick patty was bet down to 4 to 1, so the betting public made our job easier there. No attention at all on maximum ride, and it just so tells me that no one is looking at all-weather track pedigree, because she was the only one in this race that has a symbol for top-rated all-weather track pedigree. She was the only one. By Sire Where's the Ring. So that tells me the fact that they let her go at 40 to 1, nobody's paying attention to that little angle. And man, I know some members that have made a fortune just on that angle alone, up there in Woodbine and on the other all-weather tracks. But this is our decision maker right here, 40 to 1. Maximum ride, that's where I'm going to be putting my attention. Absolute fantastic overlay, obviously the biggest overlay by far here in Group A. If you cannot see the odds near post time, in other words, if you have to make a bet in advance, there's two ways that you can go about deciding, trying to figure out or decide if which is the better going to be the good odds near post time, the better odds, higher odds, etc. Look at your morning line. Now, this one's got a morning line of 15 to 1 maximum ride. Any horse with a morning line of 15 to 1 or 20 to 1, the betting public usually will not bet. It's a psychological thing. It's a psychological block. The betting public views 15 to 1 morning line horses as horses that don't have a chance. Although we rate her odds first time out of 4 to 1 as the first timer here qualifying. That's one way that you can forecast. 10 to 1, they will much more frequently bet down. It's more acceptable psychologically than the 15 to 1. But the best way, if you have to bet in advance, to use conditional wagering. I'm pretty sure that all the account wagering companies in the United States have this now. Twin Spires is the one I use. What conditional wagering is, you can set a minimum odds requirement. Like I'll say, I want to bet maximum ride, minimum odds of 10 to 1 at 0 minutes to post. But if my horse is bet down below my minimum accept odds, conditional wagering does not place my wager. If my horse is above my minimum accept at the 0 minutes post or whatever I designate, then my bet is placed. So, and I do believe that most, if not all, of the U.S. wagering, account wagering companies have that called conditional wagering. But in any case, this is what tells us which direction we're going to go. So let's take a closer look at what we got here. First of all, you're going to see the workout icon and all these windows popping up. Windows 7, it's a good operating system, but a lot of notifications. You can see the workout icon. That means the horse had a highly rated workout as far as speed or time of the work. Now, not to be confused with her workout points of a 97, which I highlighted. 100 is perfect. Workout points measure the pattern of the workouts and the distance. Nothing at all about the time or the final time of the work. Okay, strictly patterns, pattern of workouts, distance, etc. I find that to be more valuable than a fast workout, because basically any professional racehorse can run a fast workout. So the fact that that horse has the workout icon is simply a bonus. When I see a first-time starter with anything close to 100 points, 95 to 105, I know that that horse has had plenty of action in the morning to be ready for their career debut. So 97 is nearly perfect. That, in my book, weighs heavily. Also, you'll notice here the pedigree AW, black and yellow. If you look up and down here, she's the only one in the race. There's pedigree, all around pedigree, but that's not for all weather. She's the only one in the race that has that, which means she's the only one in the race here on the all-weather track at Woodbine that has a top-rated pedigree for the all-weather track. Being out of sire, where's the ring? It's on my list that I update frequently. I keep detailed stats ever since the poly tracks and all-weather tracks began. I've kept detailed stats on the sires, the winning sires, and I've got groups of the best ones. So she's the only one. I know I keep saying that over and over, but at 40 to 1, you know, and that's the next thing I look at is why aren't they betting this horse? The only thing I can think of is that they don't like first time starters. The betting public in general, as a general rule, does not like first time starters because they don't know how to gauge them. Okay, we've been very successful with first time starters. When we rank off first timer up there, second pick, third pick, means that it's qualified for our strict criteria for that, meaning going to be a live one, first time out, and we've done really well. And you know, this one here is screaming with the workout points and the pedigree. This horse is just screaming, bet me I'm live. Yet the only persons that heard were those looking at this report, obviously. So what to do next is put the bet together. First and foremost, bet to win. Even if you're going to play other wagers, always get your win bet down first. For the videos, I go $10 to win. Some players only bet to win only. That's fine. It's a good, you know, conservative way of approaching the game. And I know players with huge bankrolls that bet just to win. I also bet just to win sometimes, if I just want to keep it simple. So there's nothing wrong with win bets. So that's the first and foremost. If we got a 40 to 1 shot, you know, you don't want to be messing around with a trifecta ticket, nothing else, and somehow your 40 to 1 shot wins. You don't hit the try, although we did hit the try here. I'm just saying, you want to make sure that you at least get win bet. And also, my next bet is the exacta, and I like to take my key horse on top. I wheel them, so that would be a 9-all $2 exacta. There would be wheeling on the daily double, but there's no double here. So that's $10 to win. Wheel the exacta 9-all. Then the trifecta is as follows: $1 try, 9 on top, all by herself. Second position, we put the 3, 4, 8, and 11. That represents the rest of Group A and the top horse in Group B. Those ones are in the second position. Third position, all. So that's a 9 with 3, 4, 8, 11 with all. And then superfecta, they have a 20-cent super, all for fourth on that strategy for the super. Yes, they have 20-cent super in Canada at Woodbine as opposed to 10 cent. So that's the strategy there. Also pick threes. When you find something special like this, what you do is you will single this horse. And a 4-star preferred race. Nice long shot there. You want to single that horse at big odds with the Group A horses in the other 2 races to the pick 3. Very simple. That's the way we like to keep it. It works. And she won like a champ. It was a pretty easy ride for her. Even though the fractions were, I don't know, they're kind of on the slow side. I mean, almost 114. That's, even on a poly track, it's, you know, it's definitely not fast. And she did close into the speed, so she was much the best here by far at 42 to 1. Tick under 85.80. Win Mutual, and it ran 9, 3, 4. And 9, 3, 4 right there on top. The other value odds horse finished second, making a value odds exacta 740.40. Trifecta 2,800. We're going to get half of that for $1. And let's take a look at all the payoffs here. Here we go. Your $10 win bet returned $429. 740.40 on the exacta. 1,408.50 on the trifecta. And then 20 cents super, $3,243. 21 cents. That's good. That's real good on the super. And $1 pick threes there for 450, 10, and 640.15. Total here $6,911.36 on this first timer. And okay, as you can see here, there's the favorite finishing third, but you had another long shot finishing fourth. So that's why I like to put the all in there in the final position of the try and super, because if you get a big one on top and a big one on the bottom, guess what? You get a big superfecta. Okay? And that's why I play my strategies the way they do. Frequently, something underneath helps us get to big numbers. Now, you'll have your handicapping is the first element. You'll have your proven wagering strategies, second element, and the third element for focusing on long-term profit as a horse player is bankroll management. And you simply take whatever your bankroll is for horse racing. It's the money you set aside for horse racing only, and that's your bankroll. Now, you're going to bet a maximum percentage of that bankroll in any given race that you bet on, and hopefully you're focusing on 4-star preferred races and things like that. I would suggest 1 to 2% if you want to be almost guaranteed that you will never blow your bankroll. If you stick to 1 to 2% of your bank, it would be almost impossible to blow your bank. And managing your bankroll will get you from one bet to the next. Okay, one hit to the next hit. I would venture to say 90% of all horse players don't manage their bankroll. It's a stunning figure when I consider it like a major part of a three-pronged attack. It's like if you're riding a bicycle, pull the handlebars off. It's going to be tough to ride that bike, isn't it? Pull a wheel off. It's going to be tough to ride that bike without one wheel. So I'm just saying the bankroll management part is as significant as that, but yet everybody just totally dismisses it. And I think it's that right there would make it a big improvement in players if they could just manage their bankroll. But and then the other thing is, if you want to know what tracks to concentrate on, if whatever tracks I'm making videos on, Delta Downs, Woodbine, Santa Anita, well now it's Hollywood Park, Woodbine again, Delaware, Churchill Downs, Churchill Downs, Turf Paradise Monday, Tuesday, Monmouth Park, Belmont Park, now it's Aqueduct, Calder, what else we got here? Okay, everything else, Delaware, Remington. You know, just check this page if you want to know what tracks. And I don't do a video on every value odds winner, obviously, but I try to do a video if it's a good learning race. If it's a race that's got a good lesson in it. As a matter of fact, it was a $90 winner at Philadelphia Park on this same day. So I'm keeping an eye on Philly Park. Philly Park usually is very good, but it's not been producing the value odds winners like they should be. But with this $90 winner yesterday, Philly Park might be coming around finally, which is right in time for the winner. So I'm constantly keeping an eye on every track. I would say, you know, right now, Woodbine absolutely, Churchill, keeping a close eye also at Aqueduct, Hollywood, Delta Downs, Delaware Park, Turfway Park, Turf Paradise, excuse me. Monday, Tuesday, big track there. We had two big Monday, Tuesday, big ones there. Made 11 grand in 2 days, when considering Mondays and Tuesdays are usually the sleepy, slow days. But sleepy and slow to the tune of 11 grand last Monday and Tuesday. So opportunities every single day. It's the greatest thing about this game, the fact that you got the opportunities constantly, and that the betting public is frequently wrong on a big one. This was one of those times. I'm not going to mention it again, but it's right there. Lone all-weather track pedigree, 40 to 1. Okay. Overlays. handicapping, proven wagering strategies, bankroll management. Stick with the hot tracks. There you go. Alright, we'll let you go on that one. Thank you very much for viewing, and as always, good luck with all your bets.